Alright folks, this is my God tier 4 impact 3 earthquake Devastator, which I had made weeks and weeks ago. It was like again one of the first ones. Well, no, I was the first one to do the 4 impales and 3 earthquakes. I called it as well. And again, just go back to my videos, check a couple of weeks back, it's all on there for you. But obviously this is the patch, this is the post patch now. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to stack up with these changes with the Devastator, and how my 4 impale and 3 earthquake build is going to stack up, and see how the changes will affect it and the damage. So let's get to work. Let's speed for this. We're just doing a pyro one as well, so you can watch that. Now again, that's on the post patch, so you can check that for sure. And again, I've done all this with the Seismic Commander bleed build as well, so I've done it all with everything done, and I can go through the build, then you give you a breakdown of the build, but I'll show you the numbers and I'll show you what my Devastator does. My Devastator is an absolute wrecking machine. All optimal mods, all been farmed, putting all that work and that grind for it now. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of pyro lately. I've actually just started a trickster build like just a day ago as well. My pyro took me 3 days to build, but again, it's already the best Feed the Flames build by far. And I've showed it pre-patch what it did, how I basically 3 eruption Moloch clean. I just done the trials with it now, and even with Mage's Rage being nerfed, the damage is just ridiculous, survivability, everything. And I'll go through that, and you can check that. So I'll give you a full breakdown and commentary on that build, and I do show the build at the end as well. So I'll be the first you'll see by far with the Feed the Flames build and eruption and the damage we did. I think we ended up on 3 billion, just shy of 3 billion I believe, on a shortest path run. But that again, that Apocalypse tier is 1930. I only started it like 3 days ago. So Paladin's still a quick cooldown, as you can see. I haven't noticed anything yet. We're still doing like mega damage. I did notice on the pack tree for a pyro though, that did get like, say slight nerf by 2 seconds. Convection, I believe the ability is called. Is it on the pack tree? It's 2 seconds, so instead of 4 seconds. So I did mention that in my other video. That's what I did notice that pretty much early on. But I really don't see anything. I haven't noticed anything for this yet. Pretty cool though, you don't have to reflect bullets though. So just an activation. So you know what, I've got an idea already to make a new build as well, if that's the case. If we don't actually need that reflect the bullets, there are, because the way I made my build, I've actually like got 4 anomaly buffs on this build, which is nuts. But if you look at some of the pieces, I won't say too much now, but yeah, there's probably some more options for another build I could do, could be even stronger. But yeah, Despair got nerfed for the anomaly damage, I believe, from, what was it, 100% to 30%. So a lot of people are... But like I said, I called that already. I knew it would. That's why, hence why I make these builds ahead of time. All original builds from scratch. Then you don't have to trip. Because even if something does get changed or patched, you're already ahead of the game. Which I already knew, so I said weeks ago I already made this build. I made a guide video for my 3 Earthquakes Gravity build, but not for the Impale one I'm doing. Oh shit, we haven't used Mage's Rage or even attempted to use it ever. But yeah, like I said before, you don't really need Mage's Rage in my builds. We got him to what? 20% now? Yeah, he's dead. It's too easy, man. So there you go again, folks. Post patch makes no difference to me. I keep dropping these god tier builds. Let's go. And what's cool is as well with the tricks that come in and these patch things coming, or these patch just coming out. Maybe you might buff the trickster while I'm working on anyway, so that'll be interesting. I know a lot of people looking at Shield Beast, which is really good, but I've actually got some ideas for other stuff too, which is pretty cool. I'll go for that with you. And I've done that pretty cool in my old trickster build. It wasn't like the other trickster builds at all. It was using borrowed time, and there was a armor at Eon's mod, I believe, and it would proc in a certain area, and you could double tap it to do that crazy explosive proc. You keep your ammunition topped up, and you keep everything going. It's just phenomenal. And with Hunt the Prey as well on top, so you never run out of ammo, literally. But I'm kind of looking forward to this trickster build I got cooking up, because I've always liked Devastator's Life. I think it's cool move, but I've never seen any mods to make it like where it could be crazy good. So now with the with that included and twisted rounds and still Hunt the Prey, should be interesting. And with these changes and omni power changes as well. All right, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna probably take the similar path to the one I took for the Pyro, just to give like a better comparison. So again, some people might want to check back the videos, check the numbers, and check different things, but I'll make it as close as I can. Temple of the Anomaly. Let's go. The thing is, when things like this change though, the fact that we don't have to use like a paladin like a golem or reflect bullets gives you, like, gets your brain ticking for something else. Now you're thinking, even one mod, literally I swear to you, like, you could add another skill, add one mod on it, and it might bump something up that could affect something else, making your build even stronger. Like I said, I got about 2 or 3 slots spare. I've obviously got bumped to my anomaly power with those mods, but if I wanted to take them out and add a few skills for the other ability we could use, again, could be another game changer. But that's what's dope, just think outside the box. Keep the game fun, keep the game fresh. I just wish they'd buff the firepower sets for Devastator, because again, it's the only class with it doesn't have like a specific kind of firepower ammunition. Which doesn't really make sense, because everyone's got it, so just give it to the other class. Even if it's like, it doesn't have to be as OP as the other classes, by any means. Because obviously you are a Devastator, but something cool, you could even do the twisted shotgun rounds, where you have to get really close with the mega damage, but like crushed rounds, whatever you want to call it, anything like that. You're the Devastator, you have to get in close to get optimal damage. Obviously being Devastator, so it's risk reward doing it, but you get like, I don't know, you get like a better output, especially with shotguns. Wishful thinking, like Gears of War, active reload kind of mechanic, that would be so cool. Devastator with a crazy shotgun ability. But yeah, as you can see, even in this post-patch, you can just impale all day. And cooldowns are pretty dope as well. Not really much difference. And again, that's what's dope about these builds I make. I don't just make build that does like one for ad clear, one for bosses. The builds I make are true god builds. They do everything. You don't need to change any piece in between battles. You don't need to do anything. Once you made the build, you're set. I think that's the whole trick in the test as well, to make the ultimate build like that as well. That's the fun part about it for me. Creating like the ultimate perfect build for every situation. That's what you'll see a lot though, when you, this build, like, when it looks like you're actually under pressure, it's actually worse, it's actually death for them. If you've noticed on purpose, I did 2 earthquakes, rotated 180, turned around, did 1 earthquake back, and it just hit them up. That's what I'm saying. If you can kind of like debate the enemies towards you and where you want them to be positioning. And it's just mega damage. One hallway is just certain death, and the fact you can kill multiple. It's the best part about it. You spin all you want, you're dead. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. We're going to go to the Arboretum again and fight those like flying birds in between fighting those other monsters. They seem the most problematic for a lot of people. A lot of people do hate those fights. But that's why I said I always like to test myself in the worst situations to see what we're capable of. And that's the only way you push yourself and learn the game and other things. Normally I just delete all the... I don't actually need anything for this build. Like I said, I'm done with this build. This build's just OP and done. Apart from the new skill we could use. I'll look into that at some other point. My Pyro's done, my Devastator's done. We're going to focus on the Trickster next. But again, at any point, folks, just if you want any God build videos or guys, let me know. I said I do get posts on like Reddit and off my YouTube channel that people said they like the content, and seeing that I've done a lot for the community, so it's great to get good feedback as well. And I do carries for free, so do not ever pay for a carry. You're just getting hustled. Even if they promise you some special stuff, nah man. Do not ever pay for no carries, man. Makes no sense. I do free carries every day for the community, like 4 to 6 hours a day in this game. So carries, I got you. It's light work. Light work, light work, light work. Craving a nice drink or a hot drink now. Ain't gonna lie, I had a banging coffee yesterday. Had a nice cup of tea yesterday as well. Got some nice caffeine. Today we're on the juice, the apple and mango juice. Apple and mango juice for the win. Let's get this done.
These were gardens. Maybe. Could have been to see this place in its prime. Doubt anyone here is interested in playing with flowers.
Yes, I mean, as you can see, even 7 million, that earthquake alone, no buffs required. If you watch my Pyro playthrough, this what's funny, I literally play my Pyro like I play Devastator. I just run through the crowds and just pop the abilities, we don't have to wait around, nothing, we're just doing what we do, having fun. That's what I love about having the 4 impales, it's that next level. With the 3 it's cool, but there's always seems like 1 character left. With the 4 it's just, doesn't matter, hit them once, just walk off, they're dead. You pretty much know they're dead anyway. And that's what's cool about the seismic as well on top. All that damage plus the bleed procs, and then the bleed after as well. light work, man. Who needs any extra buffs when you're this strong, huh? Been looking at my shield here and there as well. We stay about 50% most of the time. Minimum. That's weird how they changed the chest box on the right. They changed it close to the wall. It never used to be that close. Bird thinks it's gonna fly away. You ain't flying nowhere. You dead. But yeah, I can't even say anything more on that, folks. When you kill that like that, that's supposed to be the main, like, not boss, but it's like a little sub-boss thing in the map. When you kill that quick first, it's pointless even fight anything else in here. They're just fodder. Target practice. That's what they are. Like I said, when he gets hectic, it's worse for them. I normally like going towards this corner because he literally brings them all over. He puts you in, it's supposed to put your character in a bad spot, but works better when you're this strong. Just quicker deaths, or quicker kills. Told you, man, this build's ridiculous. This build is ridiculous, people. So it's just so casual. It's so casual. So casual. Like you're just having fun. You're just sitting there, just hitting buttons, thinking of what attack, how shall I attack, how do I want to attack, and just having fun, just strolling, just strolling. Let's delete these. But yeah, definitely loving the new menu system. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'll be releasing these tomorrow anyway, these solo clear runs, and then I'll do a guide for both, and I guess since people are going to see them and want them as soon as they see the videos. So we can do, I'll do a breakdown of both, I'll do a full breakdown. Alright, let's go. Plaza of the Worthy. Shields do make a big difference, though. I was saying, literally saying that, like, as soon as obviously you got the pyro, obviously compared to Devastator, it's a different game, but just having a shield, because obviously I'm playing Trickster right now, so you have that shield. But obviously when I was playing pyro, you noticed there's certain things you have to be a bit more smarter about the plays. Well, I thought that before I put my build together. But again, if you see my build, you see what it's like. Just it's like a boss rush, like boss rush map rush build. No holding back. But yeah, I think Trickster's going to be an interesting one to build though, and try and figure out a god build for Trickster too. Right, again, that was with no buffs added, apart from the pistol. I know that got changed as well, that got nerfed as well. I think I might use Mage's Rage combo on one section just to see. But yeah, we don't need it. We definitely don't need it. Awesome, Ascension 85. I think we're maxed out on that. Could even add right now. Sure, people use that, but we don't. Actually, we don't even need none of this. We literally don't. But we'll just take this. I'll just take that for now. I guess anything will do. Explosive temper. Even that scene, no resistance against 45 has been nerfed 35%. It's not a big, like massive impact, 35%, but it's still a chunk. But so they're trying to tweak things. They're obviously going to make more adjustments in the future, so we'll see. But like I said before, none of that affects me for show, man. We just keep doing what we're doing. We still dominate. We just destroy, and we just beast on this game. One thing is cool though is the Cal of the Reforged got a buff as well, double buffs as well. So I've actually got a build for that, which I used to do anyway. So it's definitely something cool I can do with that, and I'll show you. I will show you. Follow me. To your death. We're so used to proccing that so quick as well. The paladin. But you don't even need it anymore. But yeah, I'll have a new build anyway. I'll definitely have a new build. Especially if we don't need that. And I'll see what else I can add for the armor. Or what other skill we could use. Funny enough, calling it now, I could probably add a gravity leap in there. How about them apples? So we'd have, how much mega damage would we have? Or damage skills. So you heard it here exclusively first here, folks. Believe it. stood no chance. What's pretty cool about this as well, it's not a case of you have to spam even 3 earthquakes, then empower. You can do whatever you want. That's why I just love the build. So many variations of damage you can do. It's not like everything's set. You can just free flow and freestyle how you want to run the map. Like one impale, and while your earthquake's on cooldown, you could do another one, and then look again. Our earthquake's already back because the cooldown so quick. Just like that, just like that. Hit it with the power. Right, there you go, beautiful. The only reason I am actually deleting a lot of my stuff though, because I have 3 characters, and you know how the stash box is weak sauce, man, or even 1. And the fact that I run trials and do carries every day, you pick up so much random loot, and it just fills up your stash box, then you could potentially miss out on like stuff you actually need. So I did a full clear at my pyro, but I ain't done that with my Devastator. But like I said before, on the plus note of things, there's nothing. This is actually fully optimized, so I've actually got everything maxed out from when I checked last time.
Not when Roy, his people never got out of the desert. These carvings could...
We don't really look at ammo as an issue anymore. Well, for this class anyway. Ammo. That's it, folks. Old Creole, Hall of Sculptures. Then we're there to the last fight, and again that will be the Devastator post-patch rundown as well. First attempt. This both have been first attempts as well. The Pyro was first attempt, got it done straight away, smooth, flawless, and then from the looks of this, we should be doing the same thing. I don't see too much changing from the testing we've done at all. You could definitely see numbers a little bit less than there was. Like you can see the anomaly and certain things being nerfed a little bit, but again, the rest of my numbers are just ridiculous anyway. So we're just dominating it here. But unless you, for me personally, unless I'm creating a brand new set, I'd only keep on a variance of like, oh, this build. But yeah, this is definitely the best so far.
No one else has been past 2,000 years.
Slow things down a little and speed them back up. Come here, Corsair. I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, Darth, lead damage, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So I love the fact that even one spike alone just breaks through the armor, just destroys it. So good. .360 no spike. We hit those. 7 million, 5 million, 7 million. Shit, try to power slide. Power flat. That's one of the cool things I do like about Reflect Bullets. So if you know how the ability works, you can kind of like be cool and know how to use it in certain situations. I wouldn't say it's a game changer, but it's just being optimal. It's being called being optimal what you got, and definitely dope move to use. And I figured that out early. Like I used it on the first boss when I first, the last boss in this, the first campaign, the campaign of this. And it's just a cool thing to have, like something that reflects the boss even their attacks. Loco, you should be finishing work in a few hours, right? So we can get some runs in as well if you need to. And you can try out your classes, see if any nerfs or changes have been made for your builds as well. Zigzag. We zig and we zag. Time to die. I got power. Slow down. Alright, so again, just got a couple of sculptures to do. We could take the other route, but again, we're demolishing this, so it is pointless taking in the cliffside paths. I thought that cliffside paths would make me. Yeah, I'm just deleting all this. So I don't need them anyway. Oh, and like I said, this build's done. I don't need anything in the build. Yeah. Cliffside Pass, I normally go there to fight those like Sasquatch things at the end, just because they seem like they're fun to fight, like a bit of a challenge, but they're dying in a few seconds, so it's pointless going all that way just at the end, just to see what it's like when I already know we destroy them. This is before the patch, obviously, but again, this hasn't affected me in any way, man. This literally hasn't affected my build in any way. Especially when we fought the bosses and everything else. So what are they really going to be? Like little side bosses. We just demolished everything else. Clean and so quick. I enjoy fighting them, that's the thing. They're pretty cool to fight. But again, when you kill them in like a few seconds, it's like, what's the point? Especially when they don't spawn until the end of the section. And there's only like one or two anyway. But yeah, I'll keep the same routes that I do with the pyro again, so you can just check it for like testing the build or whatnot. Still quite warm. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Still got some heat going on. That's the 4th earthquake swag. Looks like you slipped there. Slip to your death. Really? This dude, he thought he could escape death. He could escape me. He's like, no, I'll jump off the edge. Nope, you're gonna die to bleed damage. Alright, that was a wreckage right there. Pretty much, they all die to one impact anyway, or an earthquake, right? But what's cool is, even if they don't, you set them up for those bleed packs after, which does even more damage. And it slows them down, so it gets you the perfect setup for the finish. So like I said, it's all about synergy. I think when you're making these best builds or god builds, I think it's all about synergy with your build and how it all works. And if it's just synergized so well, it just makes everything better. You have fun, you flow better, you do more damage because you're obviously flowing and you're synergizing all your moves. And it's just maximising your potential of damage as well. That's a perfect instance where we don't always have to use 3 earthquakes. We just mix it up. But key important thing is always have something available to attack or get your HP back. And then on top of that, with the padded, reflective bullets, that normally does get your HP back a little bit if you obviously reflect and hit the targets. But I said we've got a new option now that we don't, it's not required anymore. So again, it's probably just probably use tremors or something like that. We like 1 or 2 mods, not needed at all, but we could use it for like more damage if we wanted to. Yeah. I'm just doing a YouTube video. Just tell me you're outside or something. Take it. Alright.
This place. It must have been drawing them all here.
Alright, we're at this section now, so we could... Well, we might just bring out... I want to see Mage's Rage to see how he's affected. So bring it.
Called by father. Shit.
Just to see.
What if this is...
Well, that was out the laser procking him, so it did a bit less damage. But still chunks of it. And it's such a habit, because I thought we, in the middle of that flow, I thought we had to proc the paladin when we don't need to, because it said it activates a skill now, right? And there we go. You dead. Alright. And then look what we get. Concussion is leg place, martial. Oh, this got buffed, I think, didn't it? Did the martial set get buffed to 50% anomaly damage to share with damage for 5 seconds? Okay. So maybe we could start looking at a build. So I can do multiple builds. I've done so many different builds, but I don't see the point releasing builds if they're not optimal for that, for whatever you need. You know what I mean? Like if you made a build that's like so OP, like this build is so OP and strong, and it just runs through everything. Then I did actually make a statue set, which was fine, still strongish, but not the same. Bannerlord, I made a Bannerlord build, same thing. It was okay, strong, but it wasn't up to this level. So I don't see the point releasing such a strong OP build that I released and then showing builds that are not as powerful. You can go for variants, which makes sense. That's up to the Devastator user. But again, I'll do it if more people request it. I've been requested a few different builds, but I don't mind covering everything if they need to. It all just depends. But yeah, as far as builds go, I always want to make better and improve builds rather than making a god tier build and making a mare build. Why would you even do that and show that? Especially with the revision, I can always go back and check the other sets and make another build if I need to. So let's check the damage numbers, let's run it back, and that's the Devastator done now as well. So that was, again, that was flawless, man. Flawless run, flawless demonstration. I'm not going to go into all the skills tree and the build of it right now. I'll do a full breakdown if you want, and I'll go through the whole thing and do a full guide video for it. But yeah, we got a lot of content coming this week as well, so we got a lot of covered for you. Well, I've got a lot covered for you. Let's check these numbers. And what do we got here, folks? There you go. Told you it made no difference to me. 4.9 billion. 4.9 billion damage, folks. Earthquake, 2 billion. Still, Impale, 982 million on top of that as well, so phenomenal.